Well, guess what we're going to talk about today? You done guessing? It's the little boy. This motherfucker has got airflow for days. I've been vaping on this little boy now for about 5 days. 5 days. It's not a very long time, and I'm already pissed off. Let me explain. But first, let's at least talk about it and do a full review. And we'll talk about the pros and cons, and I'll let you make your decision. So yes, this little boy is a clone, and it came to me in the mail, and like a dumbass, I purchased it off eBay. So let's talk about everything that it comes with and what you're actually getting. Here you have your base and your juice well. It comes with a single rubber gasket around the outside. Now I've noticed that the machine quality is actually quite nice. Those threads are extremely smooth. Focus. There you go. Those threads are extremely smooth. And there was no machine oil whatsoever on the RDA when I got it. It's a silver plated contact pin, and it looks adjustable, but trust me, it's not. If you unscrew that, all you're doing is loosening up your center post. Post holes are a nice size. I'd say 2 millimeters. And if you notice that center post, it's actually copper, but it's kind of started to wear over the last few days. And take a real close look here, and this is a con for me. Focus. That insulator around the center pin, around the center post, has started to melt and it started to rise up out of that hole there. So now I'm not getting a hit half the time. When I squeeze the button, nothing's happening because I'm actually not making the contact I'm supposed to be making. The screws are really nice. They don't back out hardly ever. My wire clippers have pretty much broken because I was basically using a pair of scissors, and so I tend to bend and break my wires off, and usually when you do that, you'll notice that your post screws will back themselves out as you're doing it. But I haven't had any issues with this particular RDA. The juice well is pretty deep. It's got a nice deepness to it. And the airflow, switching over here, is absolutely fantastic. And you can do it in dual coil mode, where you set it like this, and then you got your other hole, dual coil, or quad coil, however you want to build it. And then you got your single coil with the little boy logo right there on the other side. Focus, god damn it. It's as focused as it's going to get while I'm using my phone. Everything is a very good quality. Everything is nice and heavy and really sturdy, and that I really liked about it. Then you've got this top piece, this top part of the barrel, this top cap, and on it says Masterpiece Custom Vapors, MCV, out of the Philippines. This screws into your barrel. And then you've got your drip cap, drip tip, whatever you want to call this thing. Big wide bore son of a bitch. And it fits right into there. Now this thing produces a lot of vapor. The airflow is very nice, and I really enjoy it. Not quite as good as the Dark Horse, and you also don't have 16 different choices for airflow options. But it's very nice, and not as much as the Doge, but still very nice for what you're getting. However, like I said, the only con that I have with this is that insulator around that center post melting. I can't even use this thing anymore, and I've only had it. I had it for less than a week. I've had it for 5 days, so I'm a little bit pissed off about that. Other than that, it's been a great RDA. Plenty of room on the deck to build it. This piece right here screws on and off very easily. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a 22 millimeter drip tip, or 22 millimeter RDA. What's wrong with me? It sits like you would expect on the Manhattan. The Manhattan's a fat motherfucker, but when you put it on any other regular 22 millimeter mod, like this patina nemesis that I'll be giving away soon. It fits nice and flush and looks absolutely badass. Bangarang in a motherfucker. Like I said, aside from that insulator, I have no issues with this. This cap right here comes off nice and easily, so if you want to drip down onto your wicks, you absolutely can. Or it's even wide enough that if you've got a good enough hand and you've got precision and you're not driving, you could drip right onto the wick if you want. Tesla, sit the fuck down. Damn. She's nuts. My dog. There's not really much else to say. For the price, you know, I'll pay another $12 to get another one of these clones and use it again until it burns up. Not a big deal. I've learned my lesson, and I probably won't build it quite as hot anymore. I was vaping at roughly 0.1 and 0.2 on every single coil I built. So I probably won't be doing that anymore if I buy another one of these. Or I'm going to try and buy an authentic and see if it does the same thing. But like I said, other than that, no complaints at all. I think it's a very solid RDA other than that one small issue. I do wish that the 510 pin was adjustable. Actually, I also wish that it was copper, because if my post is copper, my goddamn 510 pin should be copper as well. But it is what it is. For a $13 RDA, no complaints. Other than what I said. That's all. I ain't got nothing else to tell you.